Urban mobility, quality of life and status in Colombia de 2025. My name is Juan David Melo Guativa. Urban mobility and studies soil analysis. Urban mobility and quality of life in Colombia. Changes of van mobility. People grant and scripts vehicle use consecutive mobility problems in major Colombian cities. Social and economic impact. Poor mobility reduces productivity, increases screen and reduces social insecurity and more residents. Static analysis for solutions. Use samples on COVID interface helps identify mobility patterns and perceive effect in virtues. Impact on daily life. If urban mobility is tightly on public travel, impact time for family and education. Economic product. Unplanned travel tends your benefits, provide delays, observes and reduces effects. Environmental and harmful effects. Traffic question increase fuel use and higher period of washing, climate change, and severity of health. Social equity and inclusion. Poor mobility disproportionately impacts vulnerable groups with limited transportation options and safety. Efficient way, lowering community costs, fiction for and emotion street ready overall well-being and life satisfaction. Reduce poverty and energy. Excellent travel times decrease productive and motivated and work and school impact forces negatively urban place inefficiency. Excessive travel times give inefficiencies in transportation infrastructure and urban mobility planning. Stacking analysis you solids. Studying movie scale design brief content types and youth improves live back public traffic and security. Transportation costs and economic stability. Impairing host budgets. Key transportation costs reduce routes for essential needs, especially affected low-income families and informed workers. Economy vulnerability. Reset transportation for in-cars finances pre-cost. Linear to greater economy vulnerable and go minimum to go in nurse. Statistical analysis for policy. Statistical tools time transportation costs and display in fully effective transport use and policy. Social includes traffic transport. And for transport for social inclusion and economic stability, be improving access to opportunities. Traffic question public and share every kind of ways. Traffic stand hill, fuel shouting and emission wars and people and 40 war every month. Hail proves this, and people are froze and people goes from question goes respiro and records clar business spelled in fact double purpose Mail will be effects, traffic race in crash stress and drown and road use and personal fit mail care that drive policy solids. The studies analyze gears police public transport, movie, profit, and low use sound to raise question and of the role of studies in Eurostanics mobility. Refer right die. The studies compare complex urban mobility in Murphy-Fall errors for very understanding and knowledge. Young first, young reads, petish and threats. Is studies as modest revenue travel time, various on mobility, threats in volition, in commute and transport mode. Sport evidence-based data. Studies reduce your and weirds product and orchid fortune for politic markings in your mobility. Your lacting policies impact. Study analysis mirrors mobility in makes and the effectiveness of environments over time. Sampling tanks in mobility students. In Paris samples, sample force to study small growing what press the large office in mobility studies thanks to time and records. Common sampling errors. They give tanks like routing, staffing, and quest sampling hold record estimate. Travel time box and status mark come to containers. Street diagrams. Proper simplicity means based scenario Revit data for place in urban mobility context. Amplified in Colombia. Effective samples in Colombia mobility studies help polycorrect optimize records and basic thesis on represent data. Conference drives and reliability of results. Definition of intervals. Confidence intervals bright and right in dark where the true planets remain like slits. Some with style uncertainty. Important in urban mobility. Confidence intershale at behavior in mobility conditions across different locales and times. Sporting policy deficits. UC confidence inter promise transport communications and redux over days in your time stands applicants in Colombia. In Colombia, confidence is travel. You had the creativity of urban mobility studies and sport evidence-based planning. Use and study to improve urban mobility. Analysis travel brands. Studying analysis identifies travel behavior and question based on youth training urban mobility improvements. Urbanity in province policy. The studies hold because effectiveness of policies is linked by lax. Far in traffic and traffic restrictions. Smell like fruit scenarios. Study models is new impacts of pollution, growth and technology in urban mobility planning. Supponimal mobility. Data-driven decisions promise today includes mobility that reduces question and private quality of life. Conclusion is studies and quality of life. Empathy, urban mobility has placed a mobility and economic way of difference in Colombia significantly. Royal Spanish tools. Strange tools like split and confident interest help compare express entropy relative data for analysis. Evidence-based solution. Using studies enables evidence-based decision for efficient transport, less politics, and social equity. Unilateralism. Strong strong staffies, fronts, sport, threats, sound splits, includes in lively question in Colombia. Thank you very much.